So what I'm saying now is that since I've been given the cPanel username and password, I can now go to the major URL of the domain name and put slash cPanel. The reason why I'm using this business blah 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 is because the server that I purchased has not fully propagated. So that's because they gave me this option. So I'll now click on what? Login. Can you see? After I log in, you can see how a cPanel looks like. Every company has its own cPanel, no matter how big the company is, like your server. Do you understand? And the next thing I'm going to do now is I must set up my database. What do I call it? Database. Because on a normal day, of which I will do that later. I have my reason. I'll do that later since I can pause. I think I have key to pause. I'm coming. Let me try to pause. Okay. I know what I'll do. I'll now upload this video. Let me just continue. So the next thing I'm going to do is that anytime I'm actually creating my database, I'll click on what? PHP admin. Are you following? Now, and also my database wizard. So the first thing I'm going to, you can actually use any of these three. I'll show you how to use them. So let me manage my database. That's the first thing. I want to manage my database. Now, when you are managing your database, for example, now, uh, just take note that your database name, I can call it response, whatever I want to call it. That's not really the most secretive thing that is there. My database what? Name. Then I'll click on create what? Database. Okay, still recording. So I'll go back. Is that are you following? After I've created that, I'll scroll down again. It's asking me my what? User name. Are you following? Please take note of. Then my username. Don't forget that there's something that started it. UW, you understand? All these things matters also. So the first one I call response. The next one, let me call it task. Please be noting it somewhere for me. Task is my user name. So, but the password you must not tell anyone because if you can tell someone your database password, forget it. They can easily hack. So the fact that I'm also training you, I'll just type it. I won't tell you. Are you following? You put your words. Now what? Yes. I'll go back. Now scroll down. Are you following? Now I'll now go and pick my database, which is this, Abby, and my user, which is this. Exactly. Don't worry, I'll give you the picture so that you can go and watch it. I will take all privileges. Click on what? Make changes. So with this, I've been able to what? To create my database. Exactly. Now, after I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is that I will now go back to my web folder to use this database. Are you following? How will I use it? Look at me. I'll come like this. I'll go back to my Dreamweaver. And if it's Visual Studio you are using, good for you. Okay. Now there is one file that I call SQL icon. This is where my database stuff is that I'm using locally. Because by default, when you are using it locally, this is how it will look like. That's the default. DB host is what? Local host. DB username is what? Root. Everybody in the whole world. You understand? And the DB name, you give it any name you want. But because I'm taking it to the server, I must what? I must change this. So let me show you how to change it. So the DB username, what did we use? Come here. Let me go back to this place. Coming, coming, coming. So I can easily copy. What is the username? You copy it till you not just pick task for kill week. You understand? Underscore task. That's the user name. Am you following? So I'll come back, my Dreamweaver, my username. I'll change it from root to this what? Are you following? I've not restarted my system for this. That's why it's responding like this. Don't worry. I know what I will do. Don't worry. So the simple thing I will just do is that I want to go to the source of my file, C WAM, then W, quick response. I'll go to what? SQL icon. Are you following? I want to open it with Notepad. Like I've mistakenly closed it. Exactly. So I'll change this one to what? Oh, all those pasting I was doing. It's long save CVB. I get. Exactly. I'll save. Then what is my DB name? This one too. Abi, are you following? But this one I will not tell you now. Whenever I write it, you will know it. Let me, you will save. Do you understand? Later I will put it. Exactly. So after you've done that, you are getting close. Now the next thing you will now do, hope you guys are following. So the next thing you now do is that you now go back to your cPanel. Let me go back. Okay, I'll now go back. You can just click on this cPanel icon for you to go back. Easily. I'll now go to File Manager. That means I want to upload my what? My folder. Exactly. Now let me teach you an easier way. There are two ways you can actually upload your folder to your server. Number one, you can use FTP. Are you getting me? You can use FTP or you use normal zip. You understand? But later I will teach you the FTP, but I may not have the time to do that now. So, but let's use the simplest way of doing it. The reason why, in some cases, maybe if the file or if the file, yeah, that you zip is too large, this step one might not go. You understand? So, but since it's a simple, it's a small file, that's why I want to use this option one. So now, how do you do this option one? The simple thing you do is that you go to the source. I'm in the source already. So this is the folder, quick response one. I'll right click. Are you following? When you right click, you compress to what? Zip file. So after you compress, I'll go and upload. But take note, in some cases, it's not going to work if your file is too what? It's too large. So let's now say if the file is too large, you go to, let me see, I think I have it on this system. Easy is one of the FTP software. Python. You understand? So this is what I use. Let me just show you how it looks like. Python. There could be any other one, but this is what I've been using for the past 10 years. But if it's simple software that the folders is really small, I'll use this method. But if it's too large, I'll go and use my FTP software. And this particular one is known as what? Yes, sir. It's known as FileZilla. Known as FileZilla. Before I finish the video, you will see how the software looks like. So can you see that this one is still loading? So it's zipping the file. Now let me see why this one is zipping. Let me show you one or two things in the zip panel. Now, don't forget that what I've just done is what? I've set up my what? But that does not mean that I've moved my database in my local server to this place. Do you understand? So the first thing I'm going to do is that there is a way I will export my what? My database from my local system. All I just did initially is just to set up the what? So for now, the next phase is how will I upload the what? The database itself. That means I must have what? Exported it before I will now what? I will now import it there. So how will I export it? Now I'm actually using some people will use I'm using one. Some people use what's the name of this one? Zam. Yeah, Zam. Yeah. We have Zam. We have we even have MAM. We use it for mobile application as well. So, but in my own case, can you see the file how it looks like? It's very simple. You put your host, the name of your domain name, your username, your password, and you what? You connect. So when you connect, the one at this left hand side is talking about your what? Your local. This one is talking about what? Do you understand? So now can you see that this one is inside EMR? I will go to what? Quick response one. I will open it. Whenever I open it, it will open down here. Hmm? After that, I will highlight everything. I will right click and what? And upload. So as I'm uploading, it's dropping this place. Are you following? Fine. But make sure that you pick public underscore HTML. Don't worry, you understand what I mean by public underscore HTML as I continue. So without wasting time, let me go back to how I can what? I can upload my what? My database from my local system. So how will I do that? I'll click on local what? Host slash what? PHP my admin. Are you following all these things? But there's no problem. I'm giving you the video so you can take your time to watch it and pen down one or two things. Are you following? Now, after, okay, it's still loading. Let me log in. You put username root, MySQL, and you log in. Manager, Just tell the person I'm in a class, yeah, an online class. So now, what am I doing? Don't forget that this is the what quick response what data base. Thank God for those that are just starting the second stage. I'm going to be taking you what we call what data and also RDMS, but relational database management system. I'm going to be taking you as well. But the way you know a database icon is that it looks like when you put many coins on each other. You understand? So that's why this is the database. So I'll double click on it. Are you following? Now, by the time I double click on it, so it's still loading. Can you see? So these are it. Then I'll now click on what? Export. Are you following? I'll click on what? Export. When I click on export, I'll make sure that I pick what? SQL, and I'll click on what? Export. So now it's already downloading the what? The database. Are you following all this? Are you following? Are you sure? Now it's already downloaded that, so it has downloaded. So I will open it. I will open it. So this is it, right? I'll right click on it. I'll open, I can open with notepad anyway, it does not matter. Do you understand? So when I open it, don't forget that it's inside download, right? So when I open it, this is it, right? Now, this is what we call the database name. This is the local name, Abby. So I will now change it to the what? To the server one. Can you still remember? Let me go to the database. Are you following? Control C. These are the steps. Then exactly. It's just this one that I will change. Control what? C. Say control what? S. I'm saving it back to the download. You understand? After I've done that, are you following? I'll now go back to my what? To my database. This is local, but I will go to my normal. This is the server one. Don't forget that this one I want to access. Do you know how I got it? Let me show you. Is when I click on File Manager. This when you want to upload the folder, but I don't need this one for now. Just wait. So, but now I want to what? Upload my database. So I'll go to the database section. Can you see? I click on PHP my admin. If you remember the other time when we want to create our database, I click on manage my what? Database. But now I'll click on PHP my admin. Now on getting to PHP my admin, I will now see. Can you see what we created the other time? I will double click on it. Are you following? Can you see it's empty. There's no table in it. Do you understand? So the next thing I'll now do is I'll now click on what? Import. So when I click on import, I'll click on what? Shoes. These things are very easy. I'll click on shoes. Then I'll go to download. Now click on what? My quick response. This is the file .sql. Can you see that it's in SQL? Just leave other settings. Just click on what? Import. Your prayer is that let it be green. If it's green, that means can you see? It has successfully imported every tables. Because what makes up a database is what? It's tables. You understand? We have many tables. Like in bank sector now, they can have customer table, they can have BVN table, they can have staff table, they can have amount table. Are you can going to say, don't worry, you understand that by the time we start what database today. But for the second class, I know they are fully aware of what I'm talking about when I talk about database and the table. Now that means our what database is set. Now what's the next thing? I'll now go to this my what? Okay, let me even do it again so that you understand. My file what? Manager. When I get to my file manager, get to my file manager, and I use public underscore what? HTML. Mm. Now when you get to this place, you now what? Click on what? Upload. Let me see if that thing has finished zipping. Are you following? I was trying to zip something the other time. Can you see? This is zip version. Do you understand? And this is the major one. Are you following? And I'm going back to my file explorer to be sure that hope nothing is zipping. So that means that's actually what zipped. Are you following? So the next thing I'm now going to do is what? I will now come to this place. Even this .shtml, you don't need it, you can delete it. That is what is showing the default page. You understand? Aha. So you don't need this one. Every server you get, you have your default page. That's when you've not uploaded your web web folder that it will show. So now after that, I'm not going what? I'm not going what? Folder, select, and now go back to my major directory where I kept the one www, and I'll look for what? The folder. Abi, the zipped one. Are you following? So it's uploading. Let's wait for it. So, anybody taking you on what? Okay, so that means I will consider myself or I will write an instructor to take you on what we call it content management system. We have different CMS. That WordPress, Joomla. So what I encourage them, just make sure you have affected. Okay. So while I'm doing that, let me just show you. There's no need of- Okay, let me just do revision of the FileZilla. As I told you, this is the option two. When the file, or when the, yeah, when the zip file is actually more than anything 1.8 upward, just come and use this one. Put the host www. Then the what username, your cPanel username, and the what cPanel password, and click on what quick connect. Instantly, it will open these two parts. Hmm? So for this one, you go to your directory where you can see the content. When you double click on the folder, it will open it. For this one also, you make sure that you click on HTML the way I did here. You understand? Abi? Uh, So after you have done that, you now highlight everything here. Right click. How do you highlight everything? Just click on one, Control A. Do you understand? Right click and what? Upload. You now be following what it says until it will upload everything. For any time, in case your network is bad, it will be dropping them here, failed transfer. Any file, you're actually uploading thousands of files. So if your network is perfect all through, everything will be under successful. But if in any situation your network is down, it will drop it. So that means you will still come back here. If there are 10 that is there, click on one, Control A, highlight all, right click and re-upload. You can see requeue. When you click on requeue, it will come here. Now highlight and upload it back. Are you following? Yeah. So these are the things you must actually take note. This is 12%. Can I have the patience of waiting to the end? Let me see if I can see a place I can possibly lock the video. Network is consuming. Does anybody, any one of you has video editing software? Let me stop you. Stop recording. Pause. Home. I'm not sure it's working. So home is not working for pause. Oh, I'll do the pathway.